They said it was dead. They said it was gone forever. And for 15 years, the world moved on, until now. What you are about to see is not a concept. It is not a render. It is not a dream. The Pontiac Firebird Trans Am is back, and it has returned with a fury that no one in the automotive world saw coming. Welcome back to Premium Automotive Reviews, the channel where we go beyond the brochure, past the press release, and deep into what a car actually means. If you are new here, this is where the most passionate car conversations happen. And today, we are talking about one of the most emotionally charged automotive comebacks in modern history. Stay with me, because by the time we reach the end of this breakdown, you are going to understand exactly why this car is not just a nostalgia trip. It is a statement about where American performance is heading. Let us start with what hits you first, the color. That deep, almost supernatural violet purple. And before you say it is just marketing, look at how the light moves across these panels. This is a tri-coat metallic finish that shifts and breathes depending on the angle, the time of day, the intensity of the sun. It is called a living finish for a reason. In a parking lot full of black sedans and silver crossovers, this car does not ask for your attention. It demands it. And when you park it and walk away, you will still feel it watching you. But the color is only the surface. The body itself is a completely new sculpture. Gone is every trace of the old Firebird's soft curves and dated proportions. What has replaced them is something that feels genuinely postmodern, wide, planted, and aggressive without screaming for it. The front fascia is low and predatory, built around twin air intakes carved directly into the carbon fiber lower splitter. The headlights stretch thin and sharp across the face of the car, and when they illuminate, they cut through darkness with a precision that feels almost surgical. That illuminated Firebird emblem in the center grille is not just a brand badge, it is a signal. It tells every car around it exactly what it is dealing with. The carbon fiber hood features functional ventilation channels running along its spine, channeling heat and improving aerodynamic efficiency without looking like an afterthought. These are not decorative scoops, they breathe. And from the side, the car sits wide and low on a set of multi-spoke wheels, finished in a smoked bronze gray that coordinates perfectly with the carbon fiber body elements. There are side vents integrated into the quarter panels, again, functional, managing air pressure in the rear wheel arches. Every element of this exterior was shaped with purpose, and it shows. Now, before we talk about what is underneath this body, and trust me, that conversation is worth waiting for. Let us step inside, because the interior of this Trans Am might genuinely be the biggest surprise of the entire reveal. Open the door, and the first thing you notice is the absence of plastic. Everywhere your eye lands, there is either carbon fiber, Alcantara suede, or perforated leather stitched with thin purple thread that mirrors the exterior color precisely. The dashboard is wrapped in a sweeping arc of dark Alcantara that runs unbroken from door to door, and embedded within it is a panoramic digital display that spans the full width of the cockpit. This is not just a big screen, it is a purpose-built interface built around the Pontiac Phoenix operating system, which integrates navigation, performance telemetry, vehicle diagnostics, drive mode selection, and entertainment into one seamless, intuitive environment. The instrument cluster sits within a deep digital binnacle directly behind that flat-bottom, carbon-framed steering wheel, the same wheel that carries the new illuminated Firebird logo at its center. In sport mode, the cluster transitions from a clean daily dashboard into a full performance readout. G-force, torque curve, throttle position, brake bias. Everything a driver wants, nothing they do not need. Ambient lighting runs the length of the door cards and console in a deep purple glow that can be customized across an entire spectrum. It sounds like a gimmick, but inside this cabin at night, it creates an atmosphere unlike anything else in the American performance segment. There is a mood to this interior, a feeling of being inside something that was designed, not assembled. The seats themselves deserve their own conversation. Carbon fiber-backed sport buckets with hexagonal quilted cushioning and just enough bolstering to hold you firmly in corners without making you feel trapped during a 2-hour highway cruise. These are chairs that understand the dual life this car is meant to live, aggressive on the weekend, composed through the week. And here is something worth pausing on, the gear selector. A short throw unit sitting proud from the center console, finished in violet crystal. It is small, almost delicate, and completely at odds with the brutality of what it controls. That contrast is intentional. Now, performance. Let us talk about what this car actually does. The 2026 Trans Am is powered by a supercharged V8 engine producing 1,200 horsepower. Read that number again. 1,200 horsepower in a production Firebird Trans Am. Not a track day special. Not a limited run concept. A car you can register, insure, and drive to the grocery store. And then, on the right stretch of road, remind yourself why you made the best financial decision of your life. The engine delivers its power through a rear-wheel drive platform with an advanced torque management system that makes 1,200 horsepower genuinely drivable without demanding heroics from the person behind the wheel. The suspension is a fully active adaptive system. It reads the road surface hundreds of times per second and adjusts damping in real time. In comfort mode, the car floats. In sport mode, it locks down and communicates every surface texture through the steering column. And in track mode, the car transforms into something that should not logically be street legal but somehow is. Braking is handled by Brembo carbon ceramic units front and rear. The pedal feel is immediate, linear, and deeply reassuring. There is no drama, no fade, no nervousness. Just stopping power that matches the velocity this car is capable of reaching. Safety is handled through a full suite of driver assistance systems that work quietly in the background without interrupting the driving experience. Adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and a 360-degree surround camera system are all standard. But critically, and this is important, none of these systems feel invasive. They are calibrated to assist without interfering. The Trans Am is still fundamentally a driver's car. The technology supports the human rather than replacing them. There is also over-the-air update capability built into the vehicle's core software architecture, which means this car can evolve after you buy it. Performance calibrations, new drive modes, interface updates, even powertrain tuning adjustments, all delivered wirelessly, the same way your phone receives updates. It is a feature that sounds simple, but represents a genuinely new philosophy in how performance cars are built and maintained. Now, who is this car actually for? Because that is the real question, is it not? On paper, the numbers suggest a track machine. But spend time with the Trans Am in real life, and you begin to understand that it was built for something more nuanced. It is for the person who grew up staring at posters of the original Firebird on their bedroom wall. It is for the enthusiast who refused to accept that American muscle had reached its peak. It is for the driver who wants a car that turns heads, not because it costs $1 million, but because it earns attention through design, character, and capability. And yes, it is for the person who wants to feel something every single time they twist the key. There is a long tradition in American automotive history of cars that defined their era. The original Firebird Trans Am defined the late 1970s. It was rebellion with a hood scoop. It was culture and performance fused into sheet metal. And for a long time after Pontiac was discontinued in 2010, it felt like that era was simply over. Like that specific type of emotional, expressive, uncompromising American performance car was a relic. This car is the answer to that assumption. The 2026 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am does not look backward to the past with nostalgia. It carries the legacy forward with intent. The silhouette echoes what came before. The spirit is exactly where it always was. But the technology, the execution, the materials, the performance, all of it is completely, unapologetically of the future. At a starting price in the range of approximately $180,000 to $220,000 USD, depending on configuration and specification, this is not a car for everyone. But then again, neither was the original. Some cars are not meant to be for everyone. Some cars are meant to be extraordinary for someone. And this one, deep purple, carbon fiber, 1,200 horsepower, glowing phoenix on the grille, this one is exactly that. The Pontiac Firebird Trans Am is back. And it brought everything with it. If this video gave you a new appreciation for what is possible in the modern performance car world, hit the like button. It genuinely helps more people find this content. Subscribe to Premium Automotive Reviews if you want breakdowns like this, delivered every time a car worth talking about arrives. And drop your thoughts in the comments below. Would you daily drive 200 horsepower? Is purple the right color for a comeback this big? We want to hear from you. The Phoenix does not just rise. It returns faster, louder, and more beautiful than before.